we're going downhill, which is what these are actually good for, what we're gonna do is open them up a little. And I'm gonna draw it for my height to about 114. Okay? This is super easy to do on these black diamonds. You just flip it, and there's a measurement, 110, so 115, I'm gonna put it just shy of 115. Whoop. And they've got these great straps. So it says left and right. And you stick them in like ski poles. So if I've got my left one here, it's gonna go in through the top. Whoop. And I don't even really have to hang on to them. I don't have to have the death grip. Okay, so going downhill. Between you and where you're gonna fall. Excellent for people with bum knees, like this one and this one. And for balance. So it helps you fight off bears if you need to. Woo! Or let's say your right knee is really bothering you. When you take a step, you're gonna take the left leg out and the right arm and vice versa. And it allows you to offload the knee that hurts, which is really cool because you can put a little more pressure into the opposite arm. Left knee hurts, your right arm takes a little bit of the effort. So it's really great. Ideally, these are the best to help you not fall. Other benefits of using hiking poles. And first, are they better than a stick? Can a stick do this? Whoop. Whoop. Get super tiny and stick it on the side of a backpack. Ta-da! To be honest, this is normally how I carry my trekking poles. Trekking poles, walking sticks, hiking poles, all kind of the same thing. These ones are really nice and lightweight. They collapse. They fit inside a travel-on carry bag, which is really great. And they're just super, super light, which is really nice. So yeah, if you don't have anything else, grab a stick. That's very cool. And don't be afraid to carry them on your backpack if you don't want to use them. But I think a lot of times people put them on their backpack, they forget they're there, and then they don't use them when they need them. So, in summary, the best use of these is A, to not fall, and B, to offload generally knees or hips that hurt. So for people who've been injured, they've got torn meniscus, torn labrums in their hips, maybe they have osteoarthritis in their knees or feet. It's just a little tiny bit of balance support so that you don't end up clenching your muscles to try to recover from an almost fall, and you don't have to go through that muscle soreness. If you avoid the fall too, then any kind of injuries that you might get from that. And then really, for people who are going multi-days, long days, or hut-to-hut hiking, for example, it's tiring. So if you're on a through hike or a section hike, what it can do is help reduce fatigue. It makes your arms work a little bit more, so there's that. But your arms really don't work that much in hiking anyway, so it doesn't, in the overall balance of things, it's kind of okay if your arms are working more. But your legs, they're taking the beating. So this can help you reduce fatigue in your lower body. And that's why we like hiking poles. Certainly anyone that's a little older might benefit more just due to the course of aging and having done a lot more. So it's a great gift for somebody in your life who wants to be outside and active, maybe who's afraid of falling. It is unfortunately a fact of nature that as we get older, our inner ears, our vision, our sense of balance, and our power output of our muscles just decreases. Even if you're the most fit person in the world. So it can be one of those really cheap and effective ways to keep your activity level up and keep your mood in the right direction by being outside in nature and exercising. It's a very simple, easy little thing that can really help. So what are the downsides? They cost money. They're more expensive than a stick. But come here, Ruby. Come here. Oh. Yeah, so good. Sometimes it can be really tricky if you're hiking with your dog because they get in the way. If your dog is actually attached, sometimes I tie her to my backpack. They get in the way of the dog. So that is one thing to think about. In that circumstance, I usually just hold two of them in one hand and I use it on one side. Because there are times when, let's get that undone. There are times when I want both sticks available, but I've got her in a narrow trailer and I want to keep her close to me so she doesn't go off anywhere. So I'll just sort of hang on to both in one hand and use it on the one side and keep her on the opposite. What are the other negative things? So it's a hit or miss on the airlines whether or not they'll let you bring them. So this, the tip of it, is a little bit sharp. So sometimes they call them weapons. Now, a way to maybe mitigate that risk is to get these. These are pole tips protectors. And I use these almost all the time unless it's soft. Like here it's pretty muddy, so I've been using the tip. But the tip protectors are rubber and they just go right over the end. So then it's not a weapon. Will the airline let you carry them on? That's a difficult question. Some yes, some no, and sometimes it honestly just depends on the person there. But what's cool about these tip protectors, I got them from the Lecky brand. Really like those too. I like the black diamond poles and also the Lecky poles are good as well. But these ones have a slant to it. So if you're going uphill, you turn the slant so that the short side is on the uphill side and the long side down. So as you're going, it helps you. Now, if we're gonna go downhill, it's kind of the same idea where you want the long side going down, so as you touch, you're not sort of like just touching here on the tip, but you get more of that broad side, which is really nice. Ta-da! So tip protectors, about 10 bucks, highly recommended. Any asphalt, gravel, you're gonna want that. The tips will be clack, 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 anytime you're on any asphalt paths or rocky paths. Like in the Alps or the Way of St. James, the Camino de Santiago. Okay, bye-bye.